Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at GLMR. I got so many requests for this token. Guys, I want you to understand that I try to do one update every week because there are a lot of coins that I want to cover. So I can't really be doing 2-3 updates a week. But if you really request a ton of you request, then obviously I am going to give you what you want, but I usually try to make one video every 7-8 days. So if you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check that out. It's going to be in the top right hand corner of the video. Also, if you want to support Ukraine, there are official donation links down below in the description to support Ukrainian refugees and Ukraine's military. Thank you all for donating. Thank you all for supporting. I will keep supporting my country until the war is over. So do not expect me to remove the links because I know some people get angry over this, but this is literally like a 20-second segment at the start of every video. So you can skip it if you don't like it. Now jumping into the daily chart. So as you can see, I am targeting 55 cents here because this is the second fib level here. And we almost got to this point over here on the daily chart from TradingView. As you can see, the Fibonacci retracement that I have set up, and some of you watching the channel for quite a while now have this Fib retracement already set up. I use two exchanges, so I use the charts on TradingView and I use Binance.com because I have different Fibonacci retracements set up. I have different indicators on different charts. So here we have the swing high April 4th, the swing low February 20th, and we broke through the 1.618 at 85.86 cents. And now we're targeting the 55 cent support level, and we have 40 cents over here at the 2.272. And this is potentially where we can land if we see a strong capitulation for Bitcoin if we enter a recession. So we have been in this pullback. We did wick to the 20 EMA. And I always tell you that in a downtrend, you tend to back test the 20 EMA as resistance. And that is precisely what you have done here. And obviously you didn't wick all the way to the 20 EMA, but I do tell you to never set your sell orders exactly at the EMA price or exactly at the support or resistance level. Just do it a little bit below the resistance level, just so you have more chances of getting filled. So if the 20 EMA here was sitting at 83.76 cents, then you should have put the sell order somewhere at 81.82 cents, right? And never have round numbers in your orders as well. That's a very important thing. So on the daily chart right now, we are potentially going to print a very nice double bottom pattern here. Okay, because if you start losing this low, then the double bottom pattern is invalidated, right? You have this low over here, and then you have the second low over here. You have the neckline over here. But if you start losing this low and you go lower, then the pattern is basically invalidated. And 55 cents is my target. And some of you have already entered from here. And we're going to switch over to the daily RSI because I do want to show you some of the support and resistance levels that I have going. Wow. Okay. Quite a lot of support and resistance levels, but I do want you to pay attention to the 28.3 level and the 25.6 level. I do believe these levels are somehow moved because sometimes the charts glitch out and the support or resistance levels just move a little bit, but I think I fixed them up here. And well, obviously I'm just going to remove this one because I don't think you really need a support level when you're down this low on the RSI. Because if you're anywhere below the index of 30, it's a good buying opportunity. But just the fact that you have bounced from this level a couple of times over here, and you have a back test of resistance with a little fake out, it just gives me, it just makes me think that this level could potentially hold us as support. And this would be very bullish because you would be essentially printing another higher low, which is what you want to do in an uptrend because you have a high, you have a higher high, you have continuous higher lows. This is bullish, but if you drop and you capitulate, Obviously, this will be a good buying opportunity over here as well at 24, 25 on the RSI, but you don't need me to tell you that because you probably already know that. So anywhere below the index of 30, great entry for GLMR. Keep in mind the token is getting inflated because they're dumping, tokens into circulation like every month. Now, switching over to the 4-hourly chart over here, as you can see, we did print this low over here at 50, what was it, 56 cents. Okay, so this could be potentially where we are retracing to, because once you come down, you print a low and you start retracing to the upside, usually you come back down to where you created the low. So potentially this even could be our bottom. So I would just suggest you set up your buy limit orders if you want to do that. No financial advice here on this channel, but I would do it anywhere from 54 cents all the way up to 56 cents, and I would just eat up all of that space in there and let my orders execute. And if we go lower, just buy some more. That's no big deal because you never buy all in at once. That's a very important thing to keep in mind. And we also did have this bear flag, but we did drop. We didn't go quite as low. We ended up retracing and printing a higher high. So let's see what happens. If we jump into the 4-hourly RSI, we were just in the oversold here and we're starting to retrace to the upside. And I do want to switch over to the Binance website over here. So the last time we made an update on GLMR, I think was June 21st. So this is the candle of that day. And I did tell you that I would expect us to bottom out here at the 2.272 because this is a possibility. This is a fib support level. So you could potentially come down here. You could buy GLMR at 62 cents, let's say, and potentially you are going to back test the 1.618 as resistance because once you lost it over here, you never really had the back test of support. So from that candle over here, once we landed on the 2.272, okay, that was an incredible 30% trade. And from the 1.618, you're down 30% as well, basically. So you could have made 30%, you could have sold, and you could have bought back in 30% cheaper. And this is just how I do my swing trading. I like to increase my altcoin positions rather than my fiat positions. So I simply sell my crypto at a certain price, and then I buy back in lower at the next support level, which gives me more coins or tokens. And that's what I'm doing with some of my patrons. If you want to follow me on Patreon, the link is down below in the description. Check me out on Patreon. It's a great way to get more exclusive content. Now, the stochastic RSI is starting to recover to the downside. As you can see, you are moving down. And once you find yourself below the index of 20, this is a good buying zone on the daily chart. But as you all know, the stochastic RSI is more for mid-term trading because you get overbought and oversold relatively quickly compared to the relative strength index here. And we have taken a look at that already. You printed a bullish cross here, June 24th. And since then, you did have a nice move to the upside around about 27 cents. So this was your confirmation of the uptrend. You ran into the 1.618 resistance. That could have been your sign that I was talking about, and you could have taken some profit. So really, right now, you could wait for us to come back down lower because I do think we're going to lose this low over here. And 53.5 cents is your next support level at the 2.618. And yeah, this is what I'm expecting. What you can also do is you can set up another fib from here because we have our high. Okay, so this is going to be our high and you have your low. So you set up your low. And so this was an uptrend that we had. Okay, so we printed a low, you started an uptrend, boom, you got to your target, and now you're moving down. You're retracing through the levels. You're landing on the 786. And if you start losing the first fib level here, the swing low at 54.83, you are going to be in a technical target to 42.76 cents at the 1.618 here on this newer fib. So this is just how it works. Usually you get to the 1.618 and yeah, potentially we could see a little bounce here to the upside and get rejected from 64 cents once again, because that's the golden ratio of this fib that I just drew. But because, as you can see, we do have a lot of red candles here, and potentially we could expect a little relief rally and then a move to the downside. But overall, GLMR is oversold. I do see more downside, especially with the token dumps into the circulation. So yeah, expect that. Potentially look for some relief rallies off of the 20 EMA on the daily chart, because you just get suppressed. You have the 20 EMA and you keep hitting your head on it in a downtrend. And at some point you are going to break through it, right? But you don't know when that is going to happen. So it's all about the risk that you're willing to take, because if you sell at the bounce of the 20 EMA and you don't go back, rather you simply break to the upside, back test it as support and continue, then you're stuck here with your fiat and the price has moved up. So be careful with these trades. Right now, I'm not expecting us to break through the 20 EMA anytime soon. Let's see what Bitcoin does. Thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything important on the chart, please let me know down below in the comments section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter as well. I do post technical analysis in there, and I do have a Patreon like I mentioned already. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.